Well, hey everybody, it's Paul. Welcome to the channel. Usually when I'm doing these videos, I'll take a few minutes to get a shower, get a shave, and then come on camera and say my silliness. But not this time. I was just glancing at the news and I've been following this story for the last day or so. And when I just saw this headline, I thought, I'm going to come on here and do a video they don't usually do. I never get political, and I'm not going to get political in this video. But I did want to address this and just see what you guys thought. Just see what the prevailing idea is from the man on the street or woman, as the case may be. Just us, the general public, what do we feel? And you can certainly disagree with me. That's well within your rights. I sure don't have the answers, but I'll tell you what I'm thinking. And what I'm talking about is this Chinese weather balloon situation that they are saying is a spy balloon. Apparently has been drifting over to the United States for the past day or two, and it has been going over all these like highly secret, like Air Force restricted airspace or whatever, of these different air bases and missile ranges. But the good thing is, I guess it's flying so high, like way, way, way higher than regular commercial flight goes. It doesn't pose a danger to, airliners or anything. But it apparently, they believe, can gather some kind of information, but they really don't know what. Of course, the Chinese government is saying that it's simply a weather balloon that has been blown off course. Now, from my understanding is it has some ability to maneuver. Now, I don't know what kind of engines or, how it can fight the winds or how fast it can go or any of that stuff, but apparently they can control the direction to some degree. So it's not just a random balloon that has no directional ability. But the interesting thing is they were first saying that there was just this one. Now they're saying, and I just saw, when I decided to make the video, there is actually a second one. Now, I'm interested, what do you guys think? Did you think it's a weather balloon? Is it possible it's a spy balloon? At first, I thought it was probably a spy balloon because, how often do you hear of a weather balloon blowing off course and traveling, over the whole continent of ours from a different country that's pretty much an adversary? It doesn't happen very often. I watch the news and I can't recall a time hearing about it. Maybe it's happened before, but I don't think so. But being the case that it is happening and there's one and now a second one, the chances of that being an accidental mishap, maybe you could believe it if there was just the one. You could say, oh yeah, well, there was a weather balloon that got blown off course, it happens. But two of them, that's pretty doubtful, especially as the tensions have been rising with the whole thing with Taiwan and whatnot. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's actually a case of them trying to spy on the U.S.? Now, it's interesting, the military has said they were not going to shoot it down because I guess it's about the size of 3 buses. That's pretty huge. I guess they thought it was too much risk to civilians, this thing coming down out of the sky. It's going to have some metal, some mass or whatever, some could potentially hit somebody, but they're talking about it over like Montana and Nevada, and I've never been out west, but the way I picture it, there's got to be huge places where it is vast space with very little people or no people at all. So I know, if you shot the thing down and it's so high up, maybe, it's going to be dependent on how the wind's blowing, exactly where it's going to fall. But I bet you'd have a pretty good idea whether it would be safe to do it or not. I don't know. I'm not in that business, but apparently they figured it was too much risk. But that doesn't square with me. That doesn't pass a smell test. I'm not buying that one. I don't know if they are afraid to shoot it down. They don't want to be provoking the Chinese? Or is it such a thing that they can't shoot it down? I mean, it's way, way up there. I guess it, would be probably pretty hard to hit with a missile. Maybe it would be hard to hit from a plane. I don't know. But now that there's a second one, it just seems to me that you should, as a country, be able to do something if you could. It seems to me like they would want to knock it down at least where you could get a look at the instrumentation and possibly see what kind of data was it collecting. Because all the major countries have their own like spy satellites in low Earth orbit. But this one, it would be a lot lower than that apparently. So it just makes you wonder, what all can this thing achieve at such a low orbit? I don't know if we'll ever know that unless they can some way shoot it down. Or it'd be great if somebody could go up to devise some contraption to net the thing and bring it down whole, But I don't know. It's awfully interesting. And I'm just interested to hear what your thoughts are. Should we shoot it down? Should we let it be? Do you believe it's a weather balloon or balloons? Now a second one that's just blown off course? I suppose anything's possible. But, of course, I'm not here to argue the fact. I'm just interested in hearing what everybody thinks. Agree or disagree. It's not going to get me angry. We can still be friends. And I'm the first to say, I really don't know. I don't have the answers. But I do like thinking about things and hearing your opinion. So as always, thanks so much for spending a few minutes with the old guy. And we'll be back to our regular silly programming soon. We'll see yous.